Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 41 of Direwolf20 Server Play Series. I'm turning on my enchanter because guess what I have a lot of now. Sorry, we've got like 200 buckets of mob essence almost. Not bad. Oh yeah. So episode 41, here we are. Gonna start enchanting a few more swords. There's something in particular I'm looking for that I quite just haven't gotten yet. So I'm kind of hoping that I can get it eventually. We'll see what happens. I'm going to let that thing rip now that I've got a lot of mob essence going on. So let me show you guys some upgrades and changes that I made between last episode and this one. I basically did some stuff off camera that I thought would be cool. Number one, made myself a new alveary. I'm making a lot more Imperial drone items. I want to get a lot more Royal Jelly because frankly, it rains a lot on the server and I'd like a way to turn off the rain. And in order to do that, I need some Royal Jelly. And obviously I've got my Emerald Queen here cooking along doing her thing. Remember I told you the Emerald Queen that I have is only producing one drone per death, so that's why we're only going to have no drones in there until it dies, and then we combine it. So that's what's going on in my alveary. Aside from Soren on TeamSpeak, I think he's the only one in game. Oh, SK89Q's in game. That's cool. He's rarely on. We've got Slowpoke. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I'm great.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Good, man.
Another hot day in the UK, but
yeah, it's a hot day over here in the US as well, buddy. It's brutal out. I think it was like 100 degrees yesterday where I'm at.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. Fahrenheit, that is.
So.
Wow. Yeah, that's hotter there than it is here.
Yep.
Yeah. Also set up a computer touchscreen to control the whole slime spawning system. So by default, it turns on, it has the grinders running, and it has the other stuff off. So right now, if we take a look, we can see our mob grinders are running by default, and we've got the idles on the slime and beginning stuff and on the auto spawner. You can see the idle timer is stuck at full there. So the reason I might want to turn these off is because it does drain a bit of power. You can see the power fluctuating a little bit here. There is a little bit of power drain while these machines are running, even if they're not actively doing anything. If I turn off my grinders, hopefully all of them get stuck in max idle time. I'm pretty sure I wired everything up correctly to do that. Looking pretty good. And if we come over here, I'm thinking we'll have maybe a little bit less power draw. It's still fluctuating a bit, but it's probably using less. I mean, there's probably just something on somewhere. I don't know. We'll have to take a look. All right, let's take a look at what else we've been working on. So, of course, I can also turn on the grinders, slime and beginners, and finally the spawner. I made the large button because that's probably the main one that we're going to be turning on and off. So by turning that on, you can see the timer of idle is ticking down, and after 10 seconds we'll start getting slimes. So, Jaded, I made a pretty cool mob essence farm. Jaded still here, or did she sneak off? I think she's muted.
Oh, she did, yeah.
Didn't you say...
Yeah, she muted TS.
Didn't you say that mobs can't path through vines, Soren?
They can they walk through it, but they won't try to go through it.
I don't know, they keep trying to go through it from me.
They try to go through it. Sometimes she's confused and trying to go the opposite way he's being pushed.
Yeah, Slime's like, I don't want to be over there. I want to be over here. Oh no, it was grinders. Also, by the way, obviously added more grinders. We've got 5 now total instead of 2. 2 just simply wasn't killing things fast enough. 5's doing a pretty good job. It could probably do a little better, but yeah, you don't want to stand in front of those things. Let me turn this thing off for you here, buddy. Bigger and spawner off, grinder stays on.
What facades are needed?
If you want, I think a lot of the things there that are showing can't be facaded.
All those AE cables.
What?
AE cables.
Oh, in the back? Like back here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you want.
Oh, these are AE. These are...
Yeah, those are the redneck cables. So that's what I worked on between last episode and this one. Nothing terribly exciting. You know what? Even just because I know you guys will probably want it, I'll go ahead and, paste spin the slimes program. It's nothing that you haven't seen before. So there you go. And I'll reboot. So by default on boot up, the grinder is on, like I said. The bigger and spawners are off. That's probably important. You wouldn't want a server restart to automatically turn on your slime spawner because, like I said, it's very possible for that slime machine to get ahead of itself and do a little bit of craziness. All right, so Soren and I are going to work on a new build. Soren's been working on his house. Looking good over here, buddy. And I will be back in a few minutes when we're ready to do this. Ooh, now here's something exciting. I just noticed I got looting 3 on one of my golden swords. Nice. And we're back, guys. And guess who joined us? Go ahead, guess. Somebody I haven't seen in a while. It's somebody super cool. It's Floristar. What's up, Flora?
No, it's not Floristar. I'm not Floristar. What are you talking about?
Who are you?
I'm her evil twin. No.
Do you have a goatee?
No, I don't have a goatee.
You might have a goatee. Isn't that what all evil twins have?
Yep.
Things we wonder.
How have you been, stranger?
I've been good. Really, really busy with intensive master's program and trying to find a job and working at the same time.
Right.
Yeah. Barely having enough time to sleep. You know, that kind of thing.
Oh, so the usual.
Yeah, usual.
That sounds awesome.
Alright, I'm cooking up some aluminum brass because I'm making myself a new Tinker's Construct toy. I'm going to want some manilium, so I wonder if I have any of that laying around. Manilium. I need more manilium than that.
Give me.
Alright, so how much total manilium do I need? That's the real question here. According to my materials and me, I'm going to want to have a cleaver. This is a pretty important tool, and I'll show you where I'm going with this. Yeah, let's see. Large sword blade and large plate. Those each require 8, and I want that to be manilium because this is going to be a weapon, and manilium has the largest base damage. So we're going to want both these guys to be manilium. We're also going to need a pair of tough rods. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad.
User left your channel.
Okay, so I need then in total 16.
Far left.
That's 14, and 2 of these will be what I need. So I have just enough. We need more manilium and cobalt and stuff. But that's okay. Are you done melting? Excellent. So I'm going to get the large stone sword blade and get a cast for that. I've already got casts for the large plate and the tough tool rod. Flora left us already?
Apparently.
Looks that way.
Doesn't want to be with us anymore.
It's your fault, Soren. Alright, so in theory this should yield me 16 ingots worth of manilium. And I'm going to let that melt and then be right back once I get the other stuff I want. Alright guys, we're back. And what I'm going to do here is get my tough tool rod pattern. That's this guy. And I'm going to get a paper tool rod and an obsidian tool rod. That should do. So basically, I want the obsidian because that's going to give me the less chance for damage being affected. It's reinforced, and then I want the paper because that means I'll have cooler stuff. And I put those in here like a derp. Paper. So that'll give me 1 extra modifier on this sword. So it's going to be a pretty awesome sword when it's done. So I don't need tough tool rod cast anymore. I need the large plate. And I need the large blade. Are you guys done melting yet? Come on now. Almost. Alright guys, now we're talking. We've got lots of manilium, molten manilium. So let's do this. Large plate cast and go. It's draining out, doing its thing. I'm starting to think like that wasn't enough manilium. Do you only get 1 ingot of manilium per ardite and... Molten manilium. Smeltery. 32, 32, 16. Oh, yeah, that's not good. I need a lot more of this stuff. Alright, off to the Nether. Alright guys, a little hunting around in the Nether later, and I've got 8 ingots of manilium to make myself an awesome sword. So cool. I love a lot of things about Tinker's Construct. Come here, you. Yoink. Alright, putting it together. So I've got the, what did I want here? The broadsword? No, I wanted the cleaver. Nice.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, doesn't it? I love it. Soren, check it out. Oh man, it gives you mining fatigue when you have it equipped. That is cool. It's a slow swinging speed, but it's very powerful, apparently. Like, I don't even know. No, not in the part builder. I want to analyze this thing in here. So its attack is 4 hearts by default. My sword's attack is 7, but I've got some modifiers to apply to this thing. So basically, what attacks could I put on there? Do I want to put spiny, sharpness, luck, and looting 3? I don't know if I need looting 3. I'm thinking really just, you know, maybe some spiny and some sharpness. Let's refresh the memory of me what spiny does, because I know it's cool. I think it's the lower the durability, the more damage it does, something along those lines. So let's see, down here we can find out that luck, sharpness, fiery. Ooh, maybe I should get necrotic. That's a pretty good one to have. Heals the player every time a monster is attacked. What's that, Soren?
Can't figure out how to repair this shovel.
Oh yeah?
Broken, fix it.
Where's the spiny enchant on this thing? Alright, you probably can't add spiny, so I'm just going to get myself a bunch of nether quartz. So don't mind me, Soren, but I'm making myself a bunch of nether quartz.
Okay.
And I'm enchanting the sword up as good as I can.
Repair my shovel.
The king slime shovel? Maybe you need the blue slimes?
Tried that.
Yeah?
Oh, maybe it's the crystal. Fine crystal.
Ooh. One more. Alright, so that got me the cleaver up to 5.5 hearts. I'm going to do another set of that. Alright, that's 6.5 hearts. Here goes another set. And 7.5 hearts. That looks pretty nice. So, really strong sword, does a lot of damage, has the option to potentially behead things. I like that plan.
My shovel back.
Oh yeah, I'll put it back. Alright, so let's go try this. It's dark outside as it is. I want to see if I start getting skulls. Where's some enemies? Oh dear indeed. Oh, that was close. But I did get a creeper head, so that means it's working. It's a really slow swinging speed, so like it's hard to kill creepers actually, believe it or not.
All here is.
Yeah, it was can you get heads from animals like pigs and stuff?
Maybe someone adds it. Natively, no. But
Natively, no? Okay, but all mobs natively can drop them, right? Alright, YouTube's probably wondering why I'm doing this and why I want something that drops heads. I wonder what cause there could be for this. Let's go find out. Alright guys, just ran around, killed a few guys, got a zombie head and a pair of creeper heads. So it looks like you get a decent amount of heads from this thing. So here's what I want to test, and I'm pretty sure this is going to work. I'm going to the Nether.
don't die.
I know. You know what I should probably do before I come here though? Yeah, I want to get something before I go here. I'm going to show you guys what I want to make. Oh, rain. I'll be back in a second.
Yes.
And we're back, guys. I want to build something that's hopefully kind of cool. Now, I think what I need to put here is glowstone, surrounded by netherrack, surrounded by endstone.
Wow, one of those, huh?
Yes. And then I take a diamond and... ta-da! That's how you get soul shards now. Okay, cool. And it turns everything into endstone. That's interesting. Oh, if only PvP were turned on.
You want to get a sword shard now?
I would like a sword and skull.
Woohoo!
Oh, is that how you want to play it? Remember, I've got boots that don't let me die when I fall a long distance. Alright, now that I've got a soul shard, I'm heading to the Nether. And where in the Nether am I going? That's a good question. I think I'm going off in this direction. I think this is the way I want to go. I think this is where... Might be a little bit off. I get lost in here.
You're lost everywhere.
I do. Alright, maybe it's up here that I want to go. Hey, there's where I want to be. So what I'm testing, guys, is specifically does this beheading work with wither skulls? I'm thinking it will, but we're gonna see. So all I gotta do is find some wither skeletons.
Over there.
Are they?
Yeah.
You don't know. And I don't like ghasts. I want a ghast head. I think I have to go to the Twilight Forest for that one.
Ghastly wall ornament?
Yeah, I think you'd have to go to the Twilight Forest for that, though. Alright, let me run around, guys, wait for some nether skulls and skeletons to spawn, and I'll be right back. Oh boy, look what I found here, guys. I'm getting wither affected. That means there's some wither skeletons here. Come on now. Give me some skulls. Well, that skeleton gave me a skull, but the wither skulls, no such luck. Let's see, I think there was another one. There he is. Any such luck? Not yet. Alright, the hunt continues. Alright guys, we're back. I've been running around the Nether for what seems like a long time, and I've had no luck. It's very uncommon for the skeletons to spawn. The reason for that is probably because Forgecraft at the moment is a little bit touchy with regards to mob spawns. We think there's like a chunk-loaded area or something that's just, there's a lot of mobs spawning somewhere and we just can't handle it. So, what I did is I grabbed a safari net and went down to the Nether and picked up a safari net of skeletons. So that's right, I shot the safari net, and notice now that even though I grabbed a wither skeleton, it's spawning normal skeletons. Why could that be? Well, I'll tell you why that would be. Skeletons and wither skeletons are really the same enemy, but with just like slightly different mechanics or like built-in numbers, or somebody who knows more about this stuff can explain it better than me. Right, but yeah, long story short, you want to set this to spawn copy exact if you want to guarantee to get wither skeletons every time. So that's what I'm doing. So I've got a wither skeleton spawner, and I'm trying to kill them using the dire cleaver. Hopefully, what this is going to do is get me a couple wither skulls. But so far, I'm not having much luck. And notice also that you're only getting about 2 to 2.5 wither skeleton spawns per bucket of mob essence when you use the exact mode, which is honestly... Oh, what did I get here? I got a necrotic bone. Those are cool and nice and useful for certain things, but not what I'm looking for. Darn. That's the main reason, by the way, guys, that I was using, or not using, I should say, the exact mode with my slime spawner. A lot of people commented that I should use exact mode for slime spawner and capture a large slime. Well, you could do that, and it would save you on lappies, and it would save on the difficulty of this build a little bit. But to be honest with you, it would require a lot more mob essence and a lot more energy. So like we're seeing right here. Alright, let me collect a bit more mob essence, and then I'll be back. Alright guys, we're back. So I've spent a few minutes here. You can see I've got some damage, and I did get a couple skeleton skulls. I got 3 of them, and that's out of maybe 10 or 15 of the wither skeletons that I actually killed here. So I feel like this is actually working pretty well. So I'm putting the safari net back. I'm turning exact copy back to no, so that we have the villager spawner. So this was more of a proof of concept as to, number 1, whether or not we could spawn wither skeletons with the MFR auto spawners, which apparently we can, and number 2, will the dire cleaver actually manage to chop their heads off and give me wither skeleton skulls in a more consistent manner than just regular killing them with a normal sword. Even with looting, it's a much lower chance than that. And having gotten 3 wither skeletons, I don't want to say 100% it's working. I could have gotten a really good lucky streak, but wow, that would be a heck of a really good lucky streak if that was the case. So now I have wither skeletons available to me, which means I can start having just a little bit of fun. And the necrotic bone, huh? Maybe I do want to put that on something. That's a good thing to have. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys, Soren's off on a mission to find something that's apparently kind of rare, and I'm going to work on what I want to work on. So I'm using, Soren wanted me to use his little contraption that he built down here for what we want to do. This is a dead end, and no, PvP is off. Har har har.
Har.
LOL. Oh wow, there's like, that's not a dead end. Did you know like right behind that there's like a cave now? Yeah, did you know that?
Yeah,
I knew that.
Maybe.
I know that now, that's for sure.
I just gotta like put the wall there. Okay, now that's a dead end.
Nice. Way to go, Soren. Make it easy on me, why don't you?
I will. I built the door. As
All right.
easy as it's gonna get.
Fair enough. Okay, you're the boss. Alright guys, we'll be back in a second. So I'm just recording this segment so that you guys can see how easy it is to build a nice 3x3 hallway using these awesome hammers. If you just do it right, it's so cool. It works perfectly. Look at that. Nice, right? And then here, if you want to continue digging down, you just do the furthest distance away there. And it just kind of pops perfectly. And then here again. That is cool. Oh, out of torches. Alright guys, thanks to the Dire Vader and Dire Hammer, I built a really nice vertical staircase right down here. It heads all the way down towards pretty deep in the earth, about Y level 10. So I didn't want to go like super deep, but you know, like I didn't want to hit bedrock or nothing, but I definitely did want to get to the point where I was pretty close to the bottom. Mainly because we're going to build a couple things here. I want to build a I'm thinking, tell me what you think about this, Soren, like a nice area to basically handle both withers and wither skeletons. So one side of this room, as you can see, I'm digging out 2 tunnels. I'm going to have wither skeletons, and the other side will be withers. So like you'll come down here, and maybe even there'll be a sign right here that says like wither skeletons that way, wither spawner that way. And then we'll, you know, build like a nifty contraption here to handle the wither skeletons. We'll kind of do both approaches. Like one will do automated and one will do manual. And of course, if you go in the manual mode, you're going to want to bring your cleaver to get yourself a bunch of wither skeleton skulls. And then if you go down the wither path, you're going to want to bring your wither skeleton skulls and start battling some withers. And it's going to basically be like similar to the battle arena that I made last season, but with some new changes and introductions of some new mechanics that I'm thinking up with. So for now, let's see, how are we doing? Alright guys, we're back. So like I said, I'm going to have a wither skeleton spawner back this way. And I'm thinking like right around here.
Why is this off center?
What you doing?
Oh.
Well, because I dug a 3x3 area and you chose a 4x4 for your entrance. So
2x2.
4x4. Ooh, diamonds.
Okay, for the center part, yeah, after the bottom part of the stairway. Okay.
So what do you think of this, Soren, if we did something like... It doesn't probably need to be that big as I have it, so maybe this will be the wither one. I need to get a lot of redstone and apply it to this thing so that it's even faster. I went with cobalt, which is the fastest material, but redstone would increase it a lot.
Marathi!
Morali's here?
Yes.
We have the Marathi!
What's up, Jaded?
I am indeed.
Oh, Marathi's back.
No, I said we have a Marathi, not a
Yeah,
Jaded.
that is bad.
You've had it Jaded for a while.
Yeah, but you've been, like, not talking while I've been recording.
I'm not streaming. I don't talk a lot when I'm not streaming. You know that.
I definitely do know that. Cool. So,
And
Soren,
I
we
was
can
just
maybe
being- I was just being
expand this.
carefully quiet before jumping in.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm in a good mood today.
Why is that?
I don't know. I actually just woke up really good. Maybe because I actually got a good sleep this time, as compared to the usual.
Jeez.
A good night's sleep is really actually pretty important and really does help.
Especially when
I don't get that often.
well, you still didn't get a good night's sleep. You slept for the day.
Yes, true. I got a good day's sleep. Fair enough.
You went to bed about 10 minutes before I did, and you wake up sufficiently later than I did.
Nice. Alright, so this could be like the starting of, we might need this to be a little bit larger, but it could be like a good starting point for the Wither Battle Arena. Now as for the Wither Skeleton Arena, that's going to be a little bit more work. Well, they're both actually going to be a decent amount of work to get done. The Wither Skeleton spawner area is not going to require a terribly large amount of work, I don't think, or not at least a terribly large amount of space. That's what I'm looking to say.
Okay. Maybe that
over
one
there?
Because at least they're not genetically destructive to the area around them.
This should be interesting.
Yeah,
Okay,
buddy.
hey Marathi. I didn't know you were here.
What you doing, Soren?
Yeah.
You're sounding awfully nervous over there.
Yeah, I was right-clicking, placing down a brick block, and instead I placed down poison. So I was like,
Oh, so you're just drowning me in poison at this point. Way to go, buddy.
You just like walked right into it.
I wanted to make sure it was really poison.
Okay. Hey,
Survey says yes.
Is this poison? I will just commit suicide.
I want to go that far. All right, so we're gonna have like a MFR spawner here, or maybe even here, and we're gonna obviously have some power requirements. We're gonna have some liquid requirements, so we're gonna have to make sure that stuff's all happening the way we want it to. Then we're going to need to set up an area that will automatically kill those skeletons in a way that drops their skulls. I don't know if we're going to be able to manage that too easily, but I've definitely got the plan for us to be able to use the dire cleaver. And what that's going to do is it's going to help me completely collect a lot of wither skeleton skulls as needed. And maybe even I'll build a cleaver specifically for this area so that if people on the server want to come down and collect wither skeleton skulls, they just come down, open a chest, grab a cleaver, go in, go to town on all the wither skeletons, and then come out, close the door, come over to this side where they're going to, spawn and kill the wither. I think that sounds like a pretty cool plan. Nice. That looks pretty good. We're going to need a taller ceiling, of course, but, this is just a temporary area. We're going to expand this a little bit. We're going to definitely have a lot added to the wither spawn area, but we're going to focus first on the wither skeleton spawning area. So I think a good plan might be to make it easier to get back and forth to my base. Hooray! That's not exactly where I wanted to be, but it's close enough. I can place the other side.
You wound up
here.
in the B room, didn't you?
Yeah, like you'd think, like statistically speaking, I'd get it right once in a while, but no, like 100% without fail, I create the wrong portal in the wrong spot. That's how it works. Every time. Okay, so I'll be back in a minute, guys. All right, guys, we're back. I did put 2 levels of redstone on my hammer. Ooh, that's a noticeable speed improvement. Love it. I don't know why I enjoy these tools so much. They're just awesome. All right, so I brought with me the MFR auto spawner to kind of show you guys how this is going to work. I'm thinking right here might be a good spot to auto spawn. Now this is 1, 2, 3 from the entranceway. I'm thinking maybe just bump this wall back, 1 layer, just a bit. And we'll replace this with brick or something in the future. I'll leave it up to Soren to make this look awesome down here. Soren, that's your job.
Okay.
You having fun with the poison?
Maybe.
Did you notice I put a portal to our house so you don't have to run up those stairs all the time?
That's right. How I got here. Okay,
good. All right, so I think between this episode and next, I'm going to whip up a Tesseract. What are you doing? Is that, like, for me, or...
No.
Like, I noticed you put it right in front of the portal. The poison is right in front of the portal that I'm walking through.
No, it's just, there. It's purple.
It's a coincidence.
It looks nice, doesn't it?
If you say so, my good sir. All right, so... Soren, having a good time. Yeah, I think this will work for us. we'll come up with a good way to, you know, slaughter these things. And what we'll do between this episode and next is get the tesseracts going and the liquids flowing in here so that we have plenty of mob essence, and then we'll get our stuff in there. So that's going to be the plan. And then, like I said, next episode we'll get the wither spawner going so that we can start spawning withers into this place. I think it's going to be pretty fun. And with that, guys, we do got to wrap up the episode here. It is getting to that wrapping up point. So for now, this is Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Got a lot accomplished. Pretty happy with the wither skeletons that we're going to have coming up so that we can start spawning withers and killing them. The slime machine is up and running and doing its thing. So we are getting a good amount of slime that's coming in. I'm turning on the spawner again so that we get even more mob essence. You can see I chunk loaded it as well so that it can run while I'm not nearby. Probably a little dangerous to do that, but I'll be careful with it. Definitely recommend if you build something similar on a server that you're very careful with it, because this could easily spiral out of control, and you'll eventually just have so many slimes you'll start to lag the server down. So be careful if you do build something like this. And I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.